of this session. In part 2, what do I want to do? Part 2 of this session, ladies and gentlemen, I still want to do August 2025. Financial management, August 2025. Yeah, you know, last semester's exam was full of just discounting. It was full of topic 1. Not even topic 1, I mean, about capital budgeting. About capital budgeting. I mean, it had so many questions on capital budgeting, discounting of cash flows. So let's look at this question here about the lottery. Lottery. Somebody who played some lottery. That was a very easy question, really. Very easy question. Very easy question. Anybody who was very good in discounting did not have any problem. Yeah. Yeah, this question here. So this is question number 2. This was also another question that was low, very low hanging. I'll be able to get all the marks. So question number 2, where they want us to assume that you have just won a competition prize with the following options. Option A, a lump sum payment of 25.8 in 5 years. Option B, option C, option D. So assuming a required return of 8%, yeah, advise on the payment option that would select. I will select that payment option, which will guarantee me the highest return. The highest return. So in this case here, the cost of capital is 8%. So we start with the various options. So we have option A. So this is question 2C. So we start with option A. So if we go the option way, how much in this way, we are told in the question that we expect to get a lump sum amount of 25.8 of 25. Sorry, just give me a minute. Sorry, just a minute, 1 minute. I want to get this signal. And to pick this, yeah, it is now back. So are you able to hear Mwalimu, ladies and gentlemen? Let me first of all get feedback from you. Are you able to hear me now very well? I think I'd gotten this lost. Are you able to hear now Mwalimu very well? Are you able to hear now Mwalimu very well? Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So then I'll be able to get a lump sum payment. Thank you so much. I'll be able to get a lump sum payment of 25.8 in 5 years' time. Yeah. So in this case here, then what I'm interested in, you know, that is a future cash flow. I need to discount it to today. I need to come and get present value. So the present value will be that 25.8 times PV. 5 years, 8% is the cost of capital. So remember, it is either for discounting, it is either we use PV or PVFAR. PVFAR, because of the A, is annuity. We only use annuity whenever we have a repetitive cash flow. So I'll be giving you 10 million year 1, 10 million year 2, 10 million year 3. So 10 million per annum, 10 million per annum. So in this case here, this is just a lump sum amount going to be received just once at the end of year 5. So I'll be able to use what we call present value interest factor. So then remember the PV formula. PV formula is 1 plus R raised to negative N. R is 8%. So this will be 1 plus 0.08 raised to negative N. This is negative 5. So is there somebody who is able to give me this answer? I want to get present value of that payment. I want to get present value of this payment. So 25.8. Yeah, I simply want, first of all, this 1.08 raised to negative 5. How much are we getting there? 1.08 raised to negative 5. How much are we getting here? Please, as usual, RCM students are the best. Yeah, wherever you get them, even in terms of employment, they can't disappoint you. And if there is anybody outside there who would want to join RCM for CPA, I mean, you're a premium college. Yeah, premium college in terms of quality, but in terms of stability, we are quite affordable. So in this case here, this is our number 0793 555 000. So I'm being given by Mercy 0.6806. So and therefore, the present value that I'll be able to receive in terms of present value, yeah, so this is really easy. So 25.8 times 0.6806. How much are we getting here? Yeah, please move with speed. And I was trying to explain to these students who would want to join RCM College. These are our number 0793 555 000. We have various alternatives for you. If you're far away, very busy, go to our virtual option. We charge 4,800 and it'll be sorted out through Zoom and through video tutorials. If in this case here you come from Nairobi and you would want to be taught one-on-one, yeah, in-person classes, physical classes, we are based at Commonwealth House, which is right opposite Galitos. Please come and say hi, and we'll be able to admit you here. So I'm being given a figure of 17.56. These are free marks. Then we go to option number 2, option B. So option B, what do we have under option B? So option B is equally easy, especially for those who knew how to read the tables. You don't need any calculations. 8% is in our tables. They were simply getting free marks. So option B is to get 16 million, but now paid in terms of installments. We have 5 million paid today, 5.5 paid after 1 year, 5.5 paid after 2 years. So we have here present value. Yeah, 5 paid today. So times PV, 0 years, 8%. Yeah, present value of 5.5 paid 1 year later. So PV for 1 year, 8%. Then present value, 5.5 times PV. This is going to be paid 2 years later. 8% is constant. 8% is constant. Check this. So we have here PV. Yeah. So remember the 5 is being paid today. Today is 0. So then this one here will be 5 times 1.08 raised to negative 0 because it's times 0 today. This one here will be 5 times 1.08 raised to minus 1. This will be 5 times 1.08 raised to negative 2. So are you able to give us these answers? You simply say 5 times that 1.08 raised to negative 0. Give us an answer, the first one. The first one. Patrice has already gotten the total, but it can't be 17, no? Oh, Patrice is giving me the correct answer for the first option. Thank you so much. Not Patrice, but Patience. Sorry for that, Patience. She's giving me the first option's correct answer. Correct answer. So now I expect these others pretty first. The first one, if you say 5 times 1.08 raised to negative 0, you'll be able to get 5. Please confirm that. You'll be able to get 5. Confirm that. Confirm that. And because you're very, very friendly, I'll be able to invite all of you to these classes. So long as you guys are RCM students, you'll be able to get access to these classes. Yeah. So the first one is 5. The second one is 5.09. 5.09. The third one is 5 point something as well. 4.72 actually. 4.72. And because all this is your money, come and give me the total present value. Give me the total present value. So we have 5 plus 5.09 plus 4.72. What are we getting here? What are we getting here? So somebody's giving me a figure of 14.81. So we have here 14.81. Then go to other options. So we have here option C. We have option C. So option C, what do we have here? Under option C, ladies and gentlemen, this examiner was really lenient. Easiest exam ever. So option C is to have an annual payment of 1.4 for 30 years, the first payment being made at the end of the year. End of the year, no problem. So it means, ladies and gentlemen, that because this 1.4 will be paid every year, it means that for me to get present value, I will take 1.4 times PV-FAR. So remember, this is for 30 years, still 8%, or rather 8%, yes, 8%, 8%. And then I'll be able to remember very well that the formula for PV-FAR is 1 minus this other simple formula. 1 minus this other simple formula, which is 1 plus R raised to negative N, and then everything to be divided by R. But remember, as I'll be teaching you this financial management, we already have 8% on our discounting tables. We have 8% on our discounting tables. Ours was to just read. Yeah. So then this one here will be 1 minus 1 plus 0.08. I'm going to receive this for 30 years divided by 0.08. Yeah. So is there somebody who can give me the final answer here? So how do we do this? It will be 1 minus 1.08, 1 minus 1.08 raised to negative 30 equals whatever I get, I divide by 0.08. Whatever I get, I divide by 0.08. Whatever I get, I divide by 0.08. And then now you give me an answer first. So great. So I'm being told that Mwalimu, this PV-FAR is 11 point. The PV-FAR is 11.25. I'll be able to answer that. Is 11.2578. 11.2578, like that. Yeah. So in this case here, she's asking, yeah, it is an annuity, remember. It is an annuity that we are getting at the end of each year. Yeah, it's an ordinary annuity. It's not like an annuity paid in advance. No, it's an ordinary annuity. The examiner was very lenient. It's an ordinary annuity. Normal annuity. All right. -1 should be at the end. No. These are ordinary because we are getting that 1.4 end of each year. If it was at the beginning of the year, then we would have thought your way. So in this case, then the present value for option C equals what? Present value for options. Thank you very much for asking me a question. I always feel blessed to have students who ask great questions, good questions here. We end up learning a lot. We end up learning a lot whenever we have guys asking questions on behalf of others, on behalf of others, on behalf of others. So then I'm waiting for the total present value. Is there somebody who is able to give me the total present value from option number C as we move on? Because I need to do another extra question for me to be able to portray to you that this is not a hard paper. When I see students screaming all over the roof, yeah, they're jumping out of the roof, that how hard this paper was. No, it is lack of proper preparation. If you're well prepared, these are very, very manageable papers. And you see, the moment you just tackle, like now you have tackled 2, the moment you get like a third computational question, tackle it. Yeah, there was a very easy one of net present value. And then the theories, you pass. You'll pass. You'll pass. So I'm being given a figure of 15.76. 15.76. Thank you so much. And then now we go to the last one, which is option D. Option D was really easy. Option D was really easy. Option D was really, really easy. So option D is a perpetual payment of 1.38, perpetual. So in this case here, perpetual payment, what do we do? To get present value, you take that cash flow, you simply divide by R. So you take that 1.38, you divide this by R of 0.08. So this one here will end up giving us what figure? Yeah, perpetual. 1.38 divided by R. R is the cost of capital, which was given here as 8%, which was given here as 8%, as 8%. So in this case here, what are we able to get? 17 point something, right? 17.25. Thank you so much. Now, remember, if you still want to use Gachagwa's model, yeah, it still works very well. It still works very well. So remember this 15.76 supposed to be here. Eh? It still works very well. Still works very well because they've used the word perpetual, perpetuity. So Gachagwa's model, present value is DO into 1 plus G all over KE minus G. So DO is the dividend you are going to be receiving, which is 1.38. So you can see this is perpetual 1.38 all the time, meaning that the growth rate is 0. The growth rate is 0. Yeah. So in this case, the growth rate is 0 here. So this will be 1 plus 0 all over KE, cost of equity 0.08 minus 0. So whenever growth rate is not given, it will be DO into 1 plus 0 all over KE minus 0, which will end up being a DO over KE. So whenever you hear of a perpetual growth rate, always think about that if there is no growth rate. So it will end up giving you the same answer. So what figure were we getting, ladies and gentlemen, for option D? Sorry, I rubbed mine. Option D. Option D, what figure were we getting for option D? What figure were we getting for option D? If you remember very well, option D, it was giving us 17.25. So amongst these options here, before I answer some students' question there, which option is guaranteeing the highest amount receivable by myself? We recommend option A because option A, I'm getting 17.56. 14 is much lower. 15 is much lower. 17.25 is lower than this. So we recommend option A. 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 So is that clear, ladies and gentlemen? From the 2 questions that you have done, do you think in this case here, this was a very, very hard? No, I should ask it the other. I should ask the other round. If you are to sit for this paper, do you think you will have passed? Yeah, given the 2, the moment I do the third one, the moment I do the third one, that will be very, very okay. So remember, for the students who would want to join RCM College, the premier college in Eastern Central Africa, don't hesitate. We are here. We are RCM. All right. So in this case here, this is our number: 0793 555 000. 0793 555 000. Great. So thank you very much. So the student who is asking about annuity due and ordinary annuity, I would want to answer them later because the students that I have here, I'm so sure they are still very new. So I don't want to complicate life for them. I wanted to show them a world of what possibilities. But when I come in my next class, then I'll be able to show you, what is happening there. Otherwise, it's my hope that you've enjoyed our today's session and you'll be able to continue marketing RCM College. My name is Dr. Joshua Aura. For those who have never met this guy, they normally call me the CPA Chief Ninja. Bye, 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 bye. And of course, the students who are following us on YouTube, they should be able to share this content with their friends. Thank you.